guys, my name's Emily. I did my fourth year rotations at Peninsula Health and all of them are really great experiences. The thing with fourth year is it's really tricky to balance your priorities. For me, study was the main thing. It took up the most time and energy, and it was kind of like med on one side of the scale and the rest of my life on the other, trying to balance it out and keep up with hobbies and friends. And there were one or two things that I put on hold for fourth year. And that was not only to focus on my studies, but also to make sure that I had enough time for myself and to do the things that I cared about and enjoyed. In terms of how I structured my study, I split it up into purely fourth year study and bio study. So for fourth year, what I tried to do was go into rotation with at least a basic sort of knowledge about the topics and the conditions that I would be sort of seeing on the wards. I used the matrix to make concise but thorough notes and transfer that into flashcards so I could test myself throughout the year and try not to, forget anything by the end. And then towards the later half of the rotation, I would use EMQ or MCQ books like pretest to help me consolidate my knowledge but also identify any knowledge gaps. For bio study, I really prioritized, anatomy and physiology and a bit of pharmacology from pre-clin knowledge. And so I kind of combined all of that with third year study. I did it by systems. So I started with cardio, did my anatomy, physiology, and then used question banks like pass test or BMJ on examination. Did all the cardio questions, and then moved on to the next system. And I found that worked really well with. Sorry. Okay. Where do I start from?
Found that worked really well with. You can start with BMJ, whatever.
And I found that worked really well for, covering my bases for bio vision. And then towards the end of the year, when it's towards exams, it was really exam-focused study. So a lot of OSCE practice. My best tip for OSCEs would be, instead of sort of taking turns with an OSCE partner, do sort of 3 or 4 in a row, and then your partner do 3 or 4 in a row, because that's how OSCEs are really structured. A lot of exam papers and question banks I found really helpful. Hold on.
Alright, okay.
Overall, I probably spent about 2 hours every night studying, and more on weekends. But that was flexible. It depended on how I was feeling. If I was really tired and run down, then I would just take a night off and have it to myself. And it's really important to give yourself time, schedule time for yourself, and do the things that you like, spend time with your friends, because fourth year is a really long and tough year, and you need to have some in the tank by the end of it to really get through the exams. So I would recommend sort of periodically checking in with yourself and seeing how you're feeling, how you're coping, and whether or not anything needs to change in how you're approaching fourth year. If I had to do fourth year again, the 2 things that I would want to keep in mind would be, one, that the people around you, your tutors, the doctors, your classmates, they want you to do well. So don't be afraid to ask questions or ask for help. And especially in an OSCE, the sim patient and examiner are looking to give you marks. So if they're making comments or pointing you in a direction, really pay attention to that. It's probably important. And the second thing would be that even though fourth year can seem really impossible and huge, it's absolutely doable. And if you've gone through this far, then you're absolutely capable of smashing fourth year. So really just take care of yourself, take care of your fellow medis. You're going to learn heaps, and feel free to email me any questions that you've got.